Hello everyone and welcome back to the Spearhead cast. With me, Matt. We have a free all here on La Fieri, except it's on the Eastern Front. It's not La Fieri. Let's go through the players. We've sent the Soviet Union today. We have Alucard straight out the gate with Tank Division. We have Theo without a commander choice. And finally Radico without a commander choice. Looks like Radico is not doing anything at the moment, probably still loading in. We've sent the Axis today. We have Silver Wolf as the Waffen-SS. Not moving yet either, probably also still loading in. Chewie as the Waffen-SS without a commander choice. And finally, Miss Moon as the Wehrmacht without a commander choice. Double Pioneer opening. Fascinating. We'll see how this turns out for them. Soviet Union's gonna advance quickly with everything they have. Just grab as much territory as possible. Radico's still not doing anything. Theo is still recruiting stuff. As the conscripts stream across the battlefield, looks like Silver Wolf is on the move. Chewie has gone for storm tactics for the Waffen-SS. Silver Wolf has gone for Panzer. And Miss Moon has gone for Panzer. Double Panzer, that could be very potent. That could be a lot of late game tanks for the Soviet Union to deal with. And the Soviets are just rushing forward with troops and conscripts arriving from every angle they can. Secure as much ground as possible for the motherland. Radico is also now finally playing, building up a special rifle command. They can get some better quality infantry from if they want. Like Fantoviki rather than conscripts. The other thing turns out. So far, the Soviets are not meeting much resistance. Germans are just slowly trying to capture any territory they can get their hands on. But the first shots have been fired at people to the pioneers and the conscripts. We also have a command chest here. Fear's gone for artillery. And Radico's gone for motorized. Interesting. So a good mix out here for the Soviets as well. Very versatile and can do a lot of stuff. So we're gonna have a firefight here outside the outskirts of this little village. So it's gonna use the buildings to advantage. Molotov going out to one side of the haystacks. Burning it up. But Germans managed to relocate safely. So I was gonna move inside the building here. Looks like the Germans are doing pretty good here with the cover. You know, the Waffen-SS is pushing towards the field point down here, which the Soviets have secured. Lots of Fantoviki arriving here. So it's clearing out any cover they can, or side blockers rather. Fantoviki are better quality infantry than conscripts, so they will fight a lot better. Especially long range. Looks like both sides have their fuels at the moment, but the Soviets might lose their fuel. They're getting overrun by a lot of German forces, including Sturm Grenadiers from the south and the rest of the Waffen-SS coming from the west there. Including the Ballonians, cheaper infantry you can get if you're playing as a Sturm. Lots of Sturm Grenadiers there, that's a lot of accurate fire. Also the Russians have managed to cut the wire here so it's not a retreat death trap. Very good on their part. But that is a lot of Waffen-SS troops now going to be using this cover to their advantage. They vaulted, which they probably not intend to do. But still working because Sturm Grenadiers are really good infantry. Even against the Fantoviki here. The Fantoviki decide to fall back. They might not make it though. Because that's a lot of accurate rifle fire. And they actually got mowed down. Here we have some Odon engineers. Very intriguing. Already armed with some drum magazine PPSHs. That could be a fascinating choice to see how that turns out for them. Currently the Wehrmacht is the only one holding at this flank. But the Soviets are sending troops to try and cause some issues here, including a Maxim behind some hay. But there's a lot of Waffen-SS troops nearby. Grenade assault, one grenade hits the building. But the Germans so far hold on to the field point there. Odon engineers are probably waiting for a better opportunity. You also have an Odon lieutenant on the field here. Or at least a motor lieutenant. You also have an officer from the artillery division. Several Maxims are now arriving for the Soviets. Laying down the firepower on the Waffen-SS. Lots of machine guns pouring at them. So the Soviets might be paying a push for the field point over here soon. Maxim also coming up to lay down suppressor fire. And here comes more Soviet infantry on the other flank. Germans are laying down smoke grenades to try and cover for their fallback. This squad has been pinned. They have to just retreat entirely. Port HQ might set up in a very risky position here. So it's making a push for the fuel up here now. I don't think the Wehrmacht can hold this. Demolition charge being placed here by the Udon engineers. Very nice. They're preparing for a lot of stuff, apparently. I'll actually give them an opening, I think. Well, could serve as a trap, you never know. All the Maxims are just laying down suppressive fire here. The Mthis troops cannot move, they are under too much suppression. You have an MG34 ramming over here. But these infantry squads are basically dead. Very little can save them. They just hold down behind the cover here. That one Stormlady managed to get out, though. I don't think the Valonians will. Actually, they might if they wait. They might have just waited enough for the Maxims to reload. Very smart there, if they noticed, of course. But you can actually wait for the machine guns to reload and then retreat. If you have a cover. Always something to keep an eye mind of, because weapons do need to reload in this company of heroes. They do have realistic ammunition. Well, magazines ammunition. You know, they do have to get new bullets inside the gun to go pew pew. I speak very basically here. We have a half-track arriving here for the Wehrmacht, being equipped with some flamethrowers. The Großdeutschland Panzerdivision is also on the field. I don't think these Udon can stop this half-track, especially as a flamethrower. Indeed, the Soviets are pulling back. This Maxim might need to pull back too, yep. They realize there's too much coming their way. They do have a Dushka coming up, which can pierce through the half-track here. Maxim is not going to get away though, I think. Too slow.
We have lost a machine gun crew.
Dushka is still arriving at the front line soon. Looks like the half-track is going to turn towards the town. So it's instead of a 4 HQ here, but that might not last long. I think these conscripts might have an anti-tank rate though. Oh, they're going to try and surround it. Ah, it's the old-time grenades. Oh. Oh, they did almost destroy it. Flare mine there. And there was a mine! Oh, very good play there from the Soviets. Now the Soviets are about to pressure the point down here, but there are machine guns arriving. Doing an MG42 here for the Waffen-SS. Now we're just having a little bit of a wide engagement here with the Soviets. Throwing a Gebandeladung on the Dushka. Oh, very good. I might actually make them win that engagement pretty handily now. One guy there, and yeah, he gets shot to pieces. Also the Wehrmacht is stealing the Maxim. Lots of rifle shots going in. And that's a lot of Maxims here for the Soviets. Bongos also being set up here by the Soviets. Probably to serve as a retreat point and reinforced point, I'd wager. Wehrmacht commandeered Maxim now available. And more Soviets are running around and arriving. This town is definitely turning into a little bit of a hotspot for the fight. Oh, and the demo charge got set off here. Almost killing the Volksgrenadiers. All Volksgrenadiers arriving here throwing some grenades. And MP40s are ripping into the Soviets, but they managed to pull back briefly. The Lieutenant might not make it out of there. Let's see. You also have some partisans nearby, but again suppressed by the captured Maxim. So we know there's some irregulars on the battlefield as well. And Maxim's over here just proving to be too much for the Germans to move on. So many firefights here. We got quite a bit of action going on today. Conscripts rushing up here towards the destroyed half-track for cover, I'd wager. No. I'm gonna throw a grenade. Grenade assault over the building. Good aim. Let's force the Pioneers back. And then Maxim might be opened up if these Udon can get close. Indeed, they're rushing up quickly. EBSH is ripping. But I think the Maxim might get away. Oh no, they got stopped. And that's enough to kill them. Now the Soviets gonna be able to get the fuel up here. The Wehrmacht is somewhat on the back foot. 2-1 becoming a 2-2. You also have a Panzer Lieutenant on the field without his vehicle. Assigned to operate on foot instead. Soviets are clearing more of the bloggers. As the firing lines are proceeding up. The low infantry Sturmgewehrs are pushing forwards. But the Soviets have a prepared position here. Doing a grenade assault in that path. That's actually a good throw. Several good throws. I think there's just too many Soviets here, especially with DPMs back here. The balloon's not going to handle that. Modon arriving now with an armored car. Rishka set up here to deal with the 2-2. Does not have Radpanzer. So it's a man to take the point though. 2-2 getting around the corner. Oh, good shot though. And good, they managed to get out of the scout car, very nice. Artillery going in the Dishka though. Looks like it will match. No, it does not get away. Ooh. Actually destroyed entirely. And now the Soviets finally have the fuel point here. Nations also being airdropped in for the Soviet Union to utilize. Unique ability to the artillery commander, I believe. But the Odonna are going to be a very hard squad for the Germans to get rid of. Good grenade there in the way. Panzer IV F1 coming onto the field shortly. Field gun hitting into the German positions now. Tag also coming up quickly. Smoke shells being launched. Looks like the Soviets going to try and make a push for the point. But there's still a machine gun covering the angle over here. Hunters are going in there though. Probably in order to it or they will die. Never know. Then they do a grenade assault in return on the machine gun position. They do manage to decapture the point. And now the rest of the Soviets push up as the machine gun is relocating. That's the opening the Soviet Union we're waiting for. While this is going on, there's also a fight over here. So the Odon won that. But the Vika pushing very aggressively here with their DPMs. Maxim's all set up back here. MG42 is being equipped on the Sturmgrenadier though. I think the Fonzvik can keep that fight up, especially with a mortar also raining hell on them. Now trying though. Trent is also trying to be established as this is going on. Oh, field gun also raining hell on them. Ooh, the Germans start to take severe losses down here. Well, now that might be that Sturmgrenadier. Panzerjäger's dead. Sturmgrenadier makes it somewhat. Oh, but Sturmgrenadiers get hit directly by a field gun. Not looking good for the German flank all of a sudden. We do have Lux on the field. Meanwhile, the Germans did an assault on the town. Pulling in artillery and other measures. The Odon are doing a pretty good work here for the Soviet Union. But so it's going to try and maybe push for the point again. That would give them both fuel points, which would certainly give them the advantage. You have more SS Sturmgrenadiers on the field. More force of the Wehrmacht tries to push up here, and the Odon. But the Odon are doing their best here. Doing pretty good with their RPD. Yeah, slowly being whittled down. Stug E on the field rather than the Panzer IV-E. Panzer IV-F. Luke's pushing up here. Stug E can be equipped with high explosive skills, which might be the reason why they got it. Deal with all these Soviet infantry positions. Luke's reveals itself. Needs to be cautious of any anti-tank equipment though.
High Command has authorized converting civilian structures
Germans are going to be able to secure the point here again, though. Oh, there's a assist gun. Very good shot on the Stuk. Stuk manages to back off. We're going to assault in on the assist gun. Ooh, and cleared it out. And with that, I think the Stuk can move up. But the Volksgrenadiers have taken heavy losses. They're trying to recruit a gun. But the Stuk is already on it. And well, the German infantry comes up behind. Giordano going for it. Very brave of them. Oh, but that's why you don't push them on the Stuk with explosive shells. Anti-tank grenade might be nearby though. Too much though coming our way. Oh, they managed to get the grenade off. Stuk down. And then we also have the partisans on the flank. Pulling out the Maxim, but there's a lag of Soviet infantry to push up right behind it. Well, this is going, and the fighting continues down here with the T-34-76 pushing up. And we have a lot of action here. Just took something to drink. Grenade being thrown. Right on the Ballonian and SS position. But T-34 is laying down a lot of suppressive fire with its machine guns. And cannon. Germans are banning in this part of the front. Getting mowed down in the rivers as they retreat. The Waffen-SS is being overrun here by the Soviet Union. Sturmführer and Hauptsturmführer rush into the front line to oversee. But they run right into a tank. Well, this is going on. The Soviets can retake the other field points. Wehrmacht has suffered heavy losses. Overall, the Germans have suffered heavy losses today. Lux needs to be cautious. There's a lot of AT guns around. Lux will not survive a single penetrating shot. Oh, it's armor holding up for that one. We have another pack down here. Doesn't penetrate the T-34 this time. More field guns are using their barrage ability. Infantry push with the T-34 here. Artillery going in though, but it's right behind them. Pack is being mowed down as it tries to pull back. T-34 manages to pull back this time. We also have a heavy mortar arriving here for the Soviet Union, which will certainly apply more pressure. On the other flank, the Wehrmacht Panzer 4H for the Wehrmacht. That'll be a little bit of a harder nut to crack. We also have the Bulgarian army on the front line now. Working for the Soviets here. But the Wehrmacht has the Panzer 4 covered here. Partisans nearby and the Sis gun sitting up. But it hits their own bunker. That's not the best position. Maybe we have a T-3045 here supporting the T-34-76. That 4 HQ is not gonna last long, and this Lux might be gone shortly. Attack setting up here to do its best. Using the bush for cover. But that HQ is about to go down. Mobility lost on the 76. 85 might get out of that though. This is going on. The Wehrmacht manages to push up on the field points. Has 4H moving up. Partisans also attacking from the water. And that's going to force the Wehrmacht to pull back. More Soviet infantry is preparing to push up. Mthis is in very bad position here. We do have first SS Panzer Grenadiers on the field. Unique Panzer Grenadier unit available too. The Panzer Division for the SS. Very good infantry. Very expensive infantry though. Who's just trying to apply the best anti-infantry pressure it can with his autocannon. But the Soviets just keep airdropping in munitions to utilize at the front line. Panzer IV needs some repairs. Wehrmacht is in dire straits. Mthis is recuperating the best they can. Several Goliaths have been pulled onto the battlefield. They're gonna try and overrun the Soviet defenses here with remote control bombs. Or at least putting into positions of hiding. Waiting for the right times to strike. Because, of course, is where they put them though. Don is doing a lot of work over here, including in mines. Very nice. Right in front of the Germans as well, because they can sneak. Very smart. Goliaths are not in hiding positions though. Soviets could spot them. Now they are bulletproof to anything that's under 50 caliber, so yeah. So infantry actually have a very hard time dealing with Goliaths. So the infantry pushing up. They now know there's a Goliath, I think. Double Goliaths. Infantry force need to target him. That's one gone. You know, there's another one nearby. There's another one gone. They still know there's another one. It's just very hard to spot it in when it's moving through rocket terrain. Oh! Mthis opening fire. Doesn't do too much here, but does scare off the Soviets, at least for now. Panzer IV relocating. Katyusha also on the field, I think. Yep. Laying down heavy rocket artillery in response. Very inaccurate, but very powerful. And very wide. They can cover a very big area. Let's see, we also have an MCH in the field for the Soviets, unique to motorized, just as the Katyushas. Lend-Lease provided to the Soviet Union by the United States. Very potent tank for the Soviets to have access to, actually. The Sherman is pretty reliable.
Guards troops ready for action.
Panzer IV quickly riding up the other way. Germans are certainly having issues here. High explosive shot over shot. But the Untersturmführer has no cover. And that means he's dead out in the open. Panzer IV is trying to fight up here against the Sherman shortly. But the Soviet infantry pushes up alongside the Bulgarians here. Now the Soviets can soon threaten the German base. But the river widens out here, so it's not an easy flank. Although I think you can technically sneak through here if you use Udon and everything. Actually, can you just... You might be able to sneak into the base here by using explosive. Huh. Not know that. Looks like the Bulgarians are quickly laying mines. Trying to set up a new frontier here. And the fighting continues. We do have a sniper team here available as well for the Soviets. Trying to shoot away at the Germans at distance. Lots of smoke shells going in the way. Still more Goliaths are going to push up through the smoke. But however, the Soviets have a sneaky recon team that might have relayed enough information here. They're just going to try and grab that pack. Oh, looks like the recon team has been spotted. Oh, the Goliaths are getting close. Was trying to go for the ace. Oh, it's too close. Oh, just close enough. That was very, very close right there. Took us for first opening fire though. Has to pull back quickly after that. Set fire to the forward HQ and destroyed the AT gun team. You know, the Soviets are pushing up here aggressively. The MG has the advantage. The Germans are lacking in cover in this area. And Panzer IV is stuck up here. The Bulgarians and the other Soviets might prepare to push up as well. Panzer IV is doing his best in Overwatch, but it's being repaired as it's stuck. Seeing ducks at the moment. The rest of the German front is slowly collapsing in. The Soviets can just apply so much pressure. Now we have a second MJ on the field as well. Panzer IV is still somewhat out of range. But he is able to move again. Front is just completely open here. And T-3476 Stars goes down this time though. Luke's actually doing a decent job providing anti-infantry support at long distance. And someone just reported nice 2 coming in all chat. Giving the Germans information, huh? Panzer IV is doing a good job here on Overwatch. Using high ground to its advantage. Oh, we do have a Tiger tank! But it's already been penetrated by a assist gun at the front. The Tiger will certainly be an issue unless the Soviets can quickly deal with it. Wait from the Udan engineers. Tiger definitely needs repairs. Took G on the southern flank. After SS is having trouble keeping the Soviets at bay. All this open ground is kind of their Soviets' advantage, but that 85 took a pretty good hit from the pack. MJ can still be recovered. He and the Soviets are trying. We also have a Panzer IV command tank on the field. Artillery guns are now also present for the Soviet Union. Oh, that was a good shot hitting straight at the Germans, but they managed to get survive thanks to the sandbags, I think. Not an easy position though. More MGs are arriving. Panzer battle group is moving up, trying to take out this Sherman. One good shot there. Tiger tank might prepare to move up, but there are not mines here. But there's a assist gun. And these Udan are nearby. They don't have AT grades on them. That's normal grade. Do they have AT grades? I think they do. But they can't get close enough there. Right tank loading a high explosive shell. Who got hit in the side from a pack though, but takes out one sis. But the Mthis is losing their flank completely. If the Soviets can get down here, they can actually start reinforcing from that angle. Which is one of the unique things of this map, if you can get that far. Means you can basically encircle the enemy. Yeah, the Germans have been forced back behind the small river crossing now. Still holding on, surprisingly. It's because against 85 though. One penetrating shot is all it takes. IS-2 also in the field as advertised. Ace is going in for the Stuk. Oh, doesn't hit. Stuk misses though. I think the 85 might be able to beat it with an Ace team. Oh, mobility lost. The Stuk actually takes out the Ace team. Stuk is Mthis down now. Tiger tank is preparing to move. Stuk taken out by the IS. Panzerkampfgruppe is going to try and hold this hill, I believe. Definitely sets up for it, but there's a lot of AT guns pointing at them. The Tiger is not invulnerable. He has a good gun, but it's not invulnerable. And all the AT guns are trying to focus it, I think. High explosive loaded. Mthis opening fire as well. Mantank manages to back off. IS-2 is coming towards the hill. That might be dead Panzer 4H. Potentially, no. IS-2 pushes up. But I think at this point the Germans might realize it's too much. They cannot hold this hill for long, and indeed at this point they surrender. A good long match. Well, not really that long, but I liked it. This was very intense match. And I will see you all next time, everyone. Bye bye!